I'm Allie Raphael. I'm a student at the University of Richmond, and I'm a professional race car driver. This is my Katie story. So it started off with my father. He's been a race car driver for as long as I can remember. When I was younger, he would always bring me to a couple of races and I was hooked. I was 6 or 7 years old. Watching these cars whip around the track at like 100 miles per hour was just the coolest thing in the world to me. So I was at the track almost every single weekend. So one of the coaches approached me and he said, "Hey, we have a go-kart track here at the racetrack. If you'd like to come and test it out, it's how a lot of race car drivers get their start." These carts go around 70 miles per hour, so they're no joke. So absolutely, I said yes, and I went there and I never looked back. And that's really where I developed my love for motorsports. When I was 13, on my 13th birthday, I applied for my racing license, and I was in an actual car a couple days later. And that was just so exciting for me. I started out in a Spec Miata, which has a stick shift and no power steering, so that means it's really difficult to move the wheel left and right. When I was 15, I got into a Mazda MX-5 Cup car, and I kept competing in races. That car has a lot more horsepower. And now I'm in my BMW M240, which is incredibly fast, and I've been racing that professionally ever since I was 17 years old. Right now, I'm actually in a pivotal point in my career. I've always done sports car racing, and over this past summer, I've been offered a spot on the NASCAR circuit. The ultimate goal is to next year be racing a late model stock car in one of the weekly series, which is a lower level of NASCAR. So I come from a family that no one was in a sorority. So I kind of stepped into recruitment not knowing a lot. And I remember I was so nervous, almost like how I feel before I get into the race car, of just the unknown. But I remember when I walked into this room actually for Kappa Delta, I felt immediately like I was at home. The girls felt like they were already my sisters and like I knew them forever. And all of those nerves just subsided, and I knew that this is exactly where I was meant to be. I think that I've always had confidence, and that's something you need as a driver. You need to have absolute confidence in yourself to be able to handle a vehicle at high speed. When I came to college, it was definitely a nerve-wracking experience, and I know that I definitely struggled with confidence. And then I entered KD, and one of the big aspects about Kappa Delta is confidence, and that just exudes through all of the members. They had this confidence about them that was almost contagious. And I remember that week after bid day, I was walking around campus, and I had all of my older sisters saying hello to me. And that just really sparked some confidence in me that I did belong, and that I had an amazing group of sisters who would be there for me no matter what.